Hey folks, so today we're up at a slightly new spot here where I'm going to try and go a little bit beyond what my range record has been up until this point. I've been shooting for 2 kilometers or within the 1 to 2 kilometer range for the last little while, just to kind of get used to long range FPV and make sure that all my gear is working appropriately and that sort of thing. On this trip, I'm planning on headed out about 3.5 kilometers. That'll take me almost to a highway out to the east of where I'm located, and that'll give me a good sense of like kind of what this craft is capable of. I'm going to be running on 200 milliwatt output power, which is more than enough, I imagine, for this sort of thing. On my Cobra X goggles, I'm running dual helical antennas. Yeah, and hopefully that's going to give me lots of range to get out and back on my goggles. Really happy with these Cobra X's if you're into analog and just looking for something like really solid to fly with. Anyways, as my game plan here is to kind of follow this hedgerow that you can see along the center of the farm fields out all the way. I've gone ahead and mapped out a couple of locations on just like a paper map for where I might ditch if I ever, if it comes to that. So hopefully it doesn't. Spoiler, it didn't. But that should keep me on track and oriented to where I'm going. So there's a couple of houses and barns that I'm kind of weaving in initially between just to avoid and make sure I'm not flying over anybody's residences. But once we get past these 2 barns, it's smooth sailing. So the weather's been lovely the last few days, but unfortunately the clouds kind of came in during my opportunity to go out for a flight, so not the most beautiful scenery of all time, but you can see here, just had a quick look around with my goggles, see if I could get a slightly better signal. I am thinking that maybe at some point I might upgrade the camera on this. I'm running a Caddx Ant Lite, which is super tiny, small camera, and it's been pretty good, but it'd be nice to get a slightly better image. I'm not even sure if the resolution on this camera is something that can be properly displayed on the Cobra X, so yeah, we'll see. Coming up ahead here, this is kind of the sketchiest part of the flight, I would say. I mapped out a couple of locations to ditch, kind of in the north and south of this kind of forested and wetland area. If my plane went down in here, I doubt I'd be able to get it back. It's thick in there, is to say the least. So, but yeah, we're more than halfway, and it's been pretty calm weather and no wind or anything like that. So, anyways, yeah, I'll let you enjoy the flight, and we'll catch you in a minute. So we just passed over the 3 kilometer mark there, and the roadway below kind of is 3 kilometers, I'm pretty sure, almost bang on. So I decided to push it out to 3.5 kilometers before I head home. And as you can see, I'm only at 220, 230 milliamp hours used for this whole flight, which is pretty incredible, quite frankly. So I'm running this on a 900 milliamp hour LiPo, and once I get a little bit more confident, I'm sure I'll be able to go much further on one of these guys. Yeah, and we head back here, and yeah, kind of the same can be said in reverse. So I'll leave you with that, and hope you enjoyed this brief little video on the flight. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm planning on doing a bit of a video on my setup in the future at some point, so be happy to have you join me. Cheers!